day zero, I just started a new job as a machine learning engineer. The fact that it's in the middle of a pandemic lockdown here in Sydney, I'm excited to be starting remotely with this team, and that's going to bring its own challenges. How do I get to know people? How do I establish those early relationships in those first 3 to 6 months of a new job? It's going to be a challenge, but I think it's something that I'd love to traverse over the next few weeks and months to come. It's also exciting to work in a team where there are more than just one machine learning engineer, having expertise around me that I can learn from, different perspectives, different experiences, totally different skill sets. It's going to be a lot of fun. Coming from a robotics background, one of my blind spots is the way in which we deploy machine learning algorithms. So far, the only way I've ever really deployed machine learning models is saving the model as a pickled file and then deploying it on board a robot. So this is going to be extremely exciting to see how can we host these different models, how can we train models, how can we develop models leveraging things like cloud platforms. Predominantly, I've worked off a stinking great GPU over here, loading the model on there, training it, and then deploying it on an onboard mobile robotics platform, which has been really exciting. Now it's time to learn how do you do that at scale. A book that I've been reading lately is Empowered by Marty Kagan. Now, anyone who knows who Marty Kagan is will tell you that he's a proponent of agile work methods as well as lean product teams, focusing on securing a group of individuals focused on the product outcome specifically, as opposed to separating your product versus your feature teams. Now, it's really exciting to see a company that's trying to map their entire team profile based off something similar to this, a very agile team as well as a very product focused team over the coming months, and really understand what value I can add in that kind of an environment. Someone who's always come from working in a scaled agile framework or working in a waterfall development method or in spiral development kind of processes, it's going to be really fun to get to deploy something very, very fast and start to get that user feedback loop down to, weeks and days. That's something that I'm really hoping to see the benefits from. I hope that it's all that it promises to be. But here's my little experiment with that. So let's see how that goes. For the first time ever, lo and behold, I'm using a MacBook Pro for development. I've only ever used Ubuntu as my development operating system and have used Windows as a personal operating system for gaming and CAD and all the other wonderful stuff we used to do as engineers. Now that I'm completely software focused, I'm a lot more open to this idea of using a Mac, and this is an exciting opportunity for me to explore what it's like to be a developer with a MacBook. Maybe I'm going to love it. There's a few things I already hate, like the scroll direction is whack, but I gotta say, so far it's kind of like candy flavored Ubuntu, really, so it's not that bad. Terminal, I'm perfectly comfortable in a terminal environment, so really enjoying it so far. Let's see how this goes.